Do incidents like these risk dragging the United States and NATO allies deeper into the conflict? Let's ask former NATO Ambassador Kurt Volker what he thinks. Ambassador, good to see you. And obviously, this was not the incident that triggered something larger per se, but it's been a fear, something that people have worried about for quite some time. And the question is, the longer the conflict continues, the more chance there is for something to happen.
That's exactly right. The risk has not gone away. But we have to make sure we're thinking about this clearly. It doesn't really matter if it was a Ukrainian missile or a Russian missile. The only reason it happened is because Russia is launching these massive missile barrages against Ukraine. And Ukraine is trying to defend itself with air defense missiles. One may have gone astray, or it could have been a Russian missile, but that's not the point.
Right.
The point is that Russia's war is what's dangerous for NATO.
It's a great point, and Greg made the point as well that Russia is going for key infrastructure. Obviously, the temperatures are dropping, getting very cold on the ground there, and taking out the power and the heat makes it very difficult for the Ukrainians. Having said that, they are committed to continue on the fight and to move forward, but this is going to be a really difficult winter.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard winter. There will be power outages that'll affect heating. It may affect water supplies. But the Ukrainians are incredibly determined to keep fighting and to ride this out. It's either do without water or do with Russian occupation and torture chambers and war crimes covering hundreds of thousands of people in Ukraine. So they're determined to fight, and they'll take the water shortages or the power shortages and keep fighting rather than see their countrymen subjected to such abuse.
How do you see this eventually resolving itself? Does the conflict go on until, one party has perceived, a win here? Or at some point, is there a conversation? It may not be as popular of a solution, but to have diplomatic conversations between the two.
I can't see the Ukrainians agreeing to give up part of their country any more than I can see the United States giving up New England or Germany giving up Bavaria. It's just not going to happen. So the Ukrainians are going to fight to take their territory back. Yeah. What is interesting here is that Russia, who everyone presumed was a much stronger military power, is actually failing militarily. They tried to take over the whole country. Remember back in the spring trying to take Kyiv. They got pushed out from there. They got pushed away from Kharkiv. This past week, Ukraine retook Kherson in the south.
Right.
And I think this is the pattern we're going to see. Ukraine continuing to take territory back, that's going to create problems for Putin inside Russia.
Yeah, the Russian army wasn't as robust as many expected, but yet they still continue to be in it. So we will continue to watch the story and see how it plays out. Ambassador, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.